AOP Tech is pleased to present the TerraNova Series. In this edition, the Cohort Comparison Report presented by Sister Edward William Quinn, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment.
One of the other pieces of data that you can draw from is a cohort comparison report. I want to see how a class has improved over the course of several years by doing a cohort comparison report. This is a good tool that you can use also in your marketing of the school if you want to show growth. And one of the things that our TerraNova scores have showed, that the longer the students stay in our schools, the better they do. But that when they leave our schools, they've done very well by showing the growth from year to year, so that when they're leaving us in the 7th and 8th grades, they have some pretty impressive scores. Now, I can do this by taking a look at scores over a period of time. I'm going to take the 7th grade, and I'm going to look at Common Core within you. This is the last year that was tested, and 2016. So I choose the year first, 2016. And then I'm going to start with grade 7. So I've got 1 year, and I'm going to keep using the drop-down menu. So I have 2016. So that class would have been in grade 6 in 2015. So I have to move down here a little bit. Okay, I put that on. Grade 5 in 2014. And grade 4 in 2013. So I've got the same class dating all the way back 4 years. When you get another set of data in the system, you'll be able to compare 5 years, and as time goes on, we'll theoretically be able to compare them all the way through their elementary years. So I'm going to click Continue. And it's going to take me right through the different years of the class. So I can take a look at reading. And I can see that in fourth grade, they were at the 75th percentile. There seemed to be a little bit of a decline in 5th grade. Jumped to 80th percentile in 6th grade, and now in 7th grade they're at the 84th percentile. So this is the same class. Now again, if I click on the bars, I can disaggregate the data. I can do a lot with the data by clicking on those bars. And I have a whole profile for those students through those years. One of the other things that I can do with that same set of data is that I can go back to that home page, and if I have been a teacher in 5th grade, say for example, I've been the teacher in the 5th grade for the past 5 years. I want to take a look and see, well, how I have done as a teacher. So I'm going to just click these off every time to erase them. I just click them to erase them. So I'm going to look at my test date of 2016. And I'm going to click on grade 5. And now I'm going to look at grade 5 in 2015, 2014, 2013, and now I have a 4-year study of what I've done as a teacher over the course of those years. Again, I can see my strengths and my weaknesses. I wouldn't call them weaknesses, but areas that I need to focus on. So that if I'm a teacher in this class, I can see that my students have done very well in certain areas, but there have been areas that have not been. This is where I know I need to look for my own professional development. I need to take a look at those scores, and if I can see that I've been weaker in one area more so than others, that I can say, for example, if my social studies scores have been lower than everything else every year, then I need to do some professional development in the area of social studies, and I need to refocus some of my energies at building on the skills that I have not done as well in. The other thing that you can do with this, not just looking at the class as a whole, if I go back into the home page, I can do an individual student roster. I can do a longitudinal roster report for the students. And I'm going to click this off. And I want to compare this 5th grade class over the past several years. Okay, 16. 9. And I'm going to follow it basically the same thing I did before. Grade 5, and I'm going to do grade 4 in 15. Grade 3 in 14. And grade 2 in 13. Okay. Even though grade 2 was multiple assessments, I can still compare it even though it was a different test because I'm following the same class. If I continue, now you see that I have a class report. I can see here that this first child was only with the class for 1 year. But I look at the second one, and this child has been with us 4 years. So I've got a comparison report for that child for the past 4 years. And right away, the whole class, I can take a look class by class what the child has done for the 4 years. Teachers, I really think that this is a really valuable teacher's piece of data. I would recommend to teachers and administrators to run off a copy of this and keep it in a folder and have it for when you have parent conferences. My own experience in the classroom, when I have a parent conference, I would have parents say to me, well, they were never weak in this before. Here I have a longitudinal study that tells me what they were weak in before and what they were strong in before. I have it. It's written data. It's not something that's hearsay. It's something that could prove very beneficial when you are working with parents, so that you have that data right in front of you. And for every one of these, if you take a look and you say, well, the student didn't do well in this grade, I can just click on the child's report for that grade, and again, I get the individual profile just by clicking on the child's name for that grade. So if you want to prepare, you know you have a parent conference coming up, you've got that longitudinal report. You can save the report in your cloud, and then suppose Maggie Hayes' parents are coming for a conference. I can go into my saved report, click on Maggie's reports for the past 4 years, just run off those 4 sheets, and you have a report of what she has done over the course of the past 4 years. I think those longitudinal reports can be very helpful to you in a lot of ways.
So AOP Tech would like to thank you for watching this video. We hope it has been helpful and informative. If you'd like to contact Sister Edward, her contact information is above. And we certainly recommend that you subscribe to AOP Tech right over there. And if you'd like to watch the next video in the series, you can find it right over there. Thank you so very much. Have a great day.